Welcome back, everybody, to the FACEIT Sunday Cup number 11, where we bring you all kinds of Quake Live action from all players of the community, the Quake Live community. And right now, we're looking at a game between, who is it, Zoop?
Ron and Juro.
Ron and Juro.
Apparently. And this is a tight one. I think it's Ron from the Ukraine, Juro from Sweden. They're both about 1900, 2000 DLO mark. I'd say up-and-comers as well, much like a Gecko would be, or is. And I really don't know who's going to win this one. I'm going to put my money, I'm going to put a couple of cents on Juro. I think he's been playing really well recently. I think he could swing it his way, but it's Ron as well. It's
all right, I'll go for Ron then.
Just for the sake of competition.
I'll do Ron. No worries. I think, I don't know why, but I've got a good feeling about Ron. I like this pick. Can we do betting on the stream? Like
live betting? Should we get our dollar bills out here and just swing them down? Okay.
Anyway, we're going to have toxicity. So some variety. We had Blood Run, we had Lost World, and now toxicity. I remember last week it was a situation where we just kept getting like
silence and
like the fast maps. We just didn't see the slow maps.
Yeah, I think we didn't see a Blood Run the whole time or something like that. I can't remember for the life of me. But it's Ron Juro on toxicity. I'm not sure. I'm still going to stick with my initial decision. We're going to see Juro. He's got the mouse movement that really makes you want to kill yourself. But
it's cool. I like it. It reminds me of Unkind, who we don't. We've been left with a void since Unkind left the Quake 3 community because there was no one who just jerked their mouse around like that. Like they play like this weird kind of robot. Like I don't know. But Juro, he's got some Unkind action going on.
It's just like, can you relate it to Kilson a little bit?
Actually, yeah,
Kilson. Cousin.
I felt like Unkind was always more artistic with his movement, and Kilson's just like crazy jerkiness. I don't know.
Yeah, like with Juro, I don't know if is he doing it on purpose or it's just strange. It's really. I guess you guys will see in just a moment, and hopefully you guys are enjoying the stream we have now. 60 FPS on Twitch. Pretty tight stuff.
Yeah, I hope you. Yeah, indeed. I hope you guys are liking this this change, and we had some good feedback so far. And yeah, I mean, Twitch, it's a nice platform to operate within as far as streaming goes. So,
but yeah, do show us your feedback as well. And we are reading this stuff on ES Reality, so let us know what you think of it all. And have we informed these guys to move their ass?
We have indeed. They are taking their sweet time.
Yeah.
I think Juro is not moving.
Yeah.
He is requesting 2 seconds.
He's going, requesting 2 seconds. That's a mighty request. I don't know if I'll accept that.
Yeah. So how's your Italian coming along? And we've been in Italy a few times now.
It really depends on the babdies and the boobdies.
Babidi boobidi.
Babidi boobidi. And then like mixing it up with the bibidi bibidi. Just babidi babidi. If you get it really nailed on, you can you can make a great song.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I need to go to some, I don't know, school to practice the hand movements because I don't understand those still. They don't actually make sense to me still. Yeah. It's weird, must be weird for Italians though, because they communicate with so much, so much hands and all the time, big fish, little fish and stuff like that. Wow, the game's starting. I have to finish this discussion later. And we've got Juro and Ron on toxicity. Here we go, guys. Get ready.
Right, so let's follow Ron off the beginning with his ever so colourful name. Just putting Juro to the floor. No mega health for you. And he might even be able to take this red armor as well as a frag. Wow, what a start from the Ukraine player here. But he's kind of already getting rid of about 100 health or so with some very dodgy rocket jumps. Great couple of rails though. It's just back and forth for him at the moment.
2 hits, impressive. And there's the third. So, wow, Ron hitting even another impressive, and again hitting more rails. A great start. It's got to feel so good to just connect with those rails, right at the start. And that even puts Juro at odds, really, with how to play against Ron, because he's got to be scared of that rail already. Just Ron coming out with his first miss there of the first 6 rails he shot, and so much damage output, and Juro doesn't even want to try going for that red, really. I mean, Zeron's so scary with that rail. He's going to go for it. He's going to push out, grabs it. Zeron not able to actually put very much damage onto him. So great situation for Juro to try and get back into this one. After this quick 3-frag deficit, gets the engagement with the shaft. Zeron not really taking that much damage from Juro's shaky shaft. And
look at his 35 LG. It wasn't too bad there. I would have expected more, maybe being on the well, in position for that fight. But we got again Mega and Red up at the same time. It's going to be yet another split. Juro taking some damage. I think he tried to rocket jump against that rail. Not too certain on that. And a fantastic third impressive for Zeron to pick up his 4th frag. And Juro's there like, no, I won't get the rail just yet. I know you're looking at me.
Yeah, I think it was a tough decision for Juro there. He really wanted to go for that red, and he exposes himself so much. Maybe better to try and take a fight closer and not down in that bad position. Again, he finds himself at the red at this bad position and will die. So, I mean, you got to be careful about that. If Zeron's like on his game, he's going to really punish you for being there when he has such a good stack, and because he can just dive in there, and you're at such a disadvantaged spot. And Zeron picking up this ammo, looking for those rail shots, does actually whiff that rail. Finally, whiffing some of these rails onto Juro, and does hit another one. Juro going aggressive there, jumping, throwing rockets at his opponent, and oh wow, Juro even taking a massive rocket to the face there. It's going to really set him back as rocket jumps up and finishes off Juro, 6-0.
But he's done all right with getting some damage on Zeron. Some items coming up pretty soon. If Juro can get a good initial fight here, he might be able to get some items. Wow, and there we go. He does get 1 frag. Mega health is up, and is he just going to chase him here? It could be a bit savage. He's got to be careful trying to jump onto that mega health and almost losing his life for it. And there's the jump. Oh, and he steals it right in front of his face.
Oh, nice. Was that even a mid-air there to just add a little flourish to that series of awesome plays from Zeron?
Wow, now Juro's like, I'm not accepting that. He'd just go in for another fight, and Zeron just counters it perfectly.
Confident use of the plasma, they're not even switching to LG. And Juro, taking a head-to-toe rail there from Zeron as he jumps over Juro's head, just playing really like above Juro right now. Juro just doesn't seem like he's got his number. I mean, how else can you put it? Zeron really seems to be on top of stuff when it comes to Juro. Juro again at this red. Is he going to get taken out again? There's the whiffed rail from his opponent Zeron, and Zeron actually getting chased down by Juro. Juro pulls out the shaft. Is it going to be enough? 5 HP? Not quite enough is the answer, and picking up the Mega as well. That is a situation where leaving a fight with low HP will actually serve you okay.
That just all worked out so well for Zeron. He got the frag, he had 4 health left, it was looking dark, and Mega health can take that. And I mean, despite having a starting stack, he could have got himself a yellow armor, but he might be fighting on the back end, but that shorter amount of time just went so well. And look at that, rails as well, he's landing the damage afterwards. This is really an exceptional toxicity game for Zeron at the moment, and I'm starting to wish I didn't put my virtual money on.
Yeah, he's looking pretty scary so far, and I've seen Juro play some really good games on toxicity previous FACEIT Cups, and I mean Juro finally trading a rail with Zeron there, but Zeron with that position on that Mega, the Mega spawning, Zeron very responsible with his item pickups so far, and Juro is looking at a 9 frag deficit almost 5 minutes into the game. It is toxicity, it is a map where you can get that kind of difference back. But it's going to take some doing, it's going to take some work. It's going to take either Zeron to start playing worse, or Juro to start actually changing his game, how he approaches this opponent that's just been railing him so consistently. And there is the damage from Juro as he lands a couple rails onto Zeron. And this could be the start of his way, of him working his way back into this one. There's Juro.
Yeah, gets a tiny bit of rocket damage. Oh, he steals away the yellow. Zeron's in a nasty position at the moment, 24 health. As Juro's chasing him, 1 HP, and there we are. But Juro with so little left gets to 225, so he looks okay, but that 1 rail from Zeron is critical.
Oh, wow.
What a follow-up. Okay, there's still a moment, but look at that, a really nice rocket. It's put Juro, he's got to be on sub 10 health at the moment. I think Machine Gun could finish him off right now.
He's on 47 currently, picking up some more, closing in on 100. But I mean, is it going to help him when Zeron actually spamming the use button in frustration there as he misses some rails? And I mean, he has nothing to be frustrated about right now because his lead is really looking strong. And Zron rocket jumping up to Jiro, making such confident plays is Zron with those close range rails, those aggressive rocket jumps, just going in with the confident plasma.
So nice.
Zron is looking like he really is feeling like he is the master right now.
Yeah, he's definitely putting that impact onto Jiro. I don't think he was maybe expecting such a strong game from Zron. It's so difficult to respond when you're already being put behind like this. Oh, Jiro could get a nice rocket here, but the flick 180 rail by Zron is going to get him his 13th frag. And look at that back-to-back rails once again. What can you do about that, Jiro? That's got to be crippling for your mind. I don't know how Jiro must be feeling at the moment. But the exit on that, it would have been nasty, but Zron had quite low health, so it's like, let's save a little bit.
Zron's in the zone right now, and you can tell just because like he does. I mean, if he does miss, it just like doesn't affect him. Like it just doesn't affect how he's what he's doing. He just doesn't care. I mean, he'll just go in, always make these crazy decisions. He just doesn't care anymore. I mean, that's like really awesome to see. I mean, actually, that's something that can be very reminiscent of Vu when he's like really on form. It's like everything he does, it just like looks so effortless and like he just doesn't care. He's just so focused all the time, going crazy with these aggressive plays. And Zron with an 11 frag lead though is actually dying a few times here, and his opponent Jiro from above isn't able to finish him off. Oh, sorry, does finish him off, but isn't able to actually make anything of that as he actually dies himself.
Yeah, so Zron's getting mega. Jiro has had access to red at least, and he's probably going to miss out on that now. And yeah, and Zron just comes on the rockets, and I think just an error there with kind of the control of the items or just the routine on it, and now Zron is back into the zone where he's just crippling him and getting frag after frag. Jiro now is losing the battle of time, and most importantly, just the battle of Zron. I was not expecting this. This is an exceptional player.
Yeah. And I mean, Zron, I mean, we've talked about some of his rails and stuff like that, but like, it's not like his rail aim is particularly amazing, but I mean, he's hitting only 45%, which is, you know, something average you'd expect of top level players. But it's the amount of rails that he's able to shoot. And so then that 50% means a lot more, as he does drop down onto this red. Jiro actually getting the kill, but again, it's a trade, and Zron actually getting, I think, the better spawn there, with Mega 20 seconds away. It is indeed the better spawn, and Zron picking up even so many weapons to really help him offset that kind of annoying aspect of just spawning where you don't have any guns, and has everything he needs now, and just looking at Jiro there with that rail. I don't know, he just looks so confident. I don't know how else to put it, really.
No, you're absolutely right. I don't know what else to say about it.
He's playing around with Jiro.
I mean, it was just kind of the perfect shots for Zron, but Jiro did make those errors where he kind of took a rail off that top yellow, and it's like, oh, I've taken one rail, and then he just moved down to lightning gun and immediately get another, shot again. I mean, that's the kind of moves you make when you're not entirely focused, in my opinion. I think, maybe Jiro hasn't warmed up properly, or I don't know. He's definitely not feeling himself the way Zron is.
It is like one of those interesting things. Like when your opponent is hitting like huge amounts of damage, like really high percentages on everything. Like it's really difficult. It can be really difficult because like it actually can be overwhelming. Like every time I fight this guy, he doesn't miss anything, and that can happen to some players that they'll go through like a 2-minute stretch where they hit everything. And you've got to just like really take it as it is. Like it's not going to last. Yeah. I mean, you can't try to change a game up straight away.
But what if it does, man? What if it does?
If it does, you're in trouble. You're playing like Sparty or Strengths or one of these really top level aimers. And
then it's very fun,
Evil is actually one of those guys as well.
Well, he's definitely put himself in that kind of image recently. And making himself very fearsome indeed. But here we are, guys. We are coming to the last couple of seconds. Zron is going to be going through. That is GG. Very well played. Jiro, yeah, even stating well played. And it's undoubtable that Zron played in a really epic toxicity game.
Indeed, and I want to see more from Zron. I want to see how he stacks up against the other players, because there it seemed very much like he was getting a lot of victories just from fighting, and it'd be interesting to see him playing some people who were on a similar level of fighting, but it can also basically put him to the dueling level of skill. Like, we're really dueling right now because Toxicity is a very fighting-oriented map. It doesn't matter like how good of a dueler you are in some aspects if you just can't hit anything.
The mind game's not so like obvious that it's like there and somewhere. A lot of it on Toxicity might be just remembering where to move when your opponent spawns, and kind of just structuring what you do and remembering the routine. So. Hopefully we get to see him a bit later on playing a slower map, I guess is what you meant?
Yeah, anything really. I mean, even a map like this, to see someone who can equal his fighting abilities, and then see what happens, to see as other areas of his game get tested. But let's have a look. I think we're actually...
Do we know who's next?
Let's see, the game I'm being fed is Reaper versus Twister. So after the break, we will see Reaper versus Twister. Don't go anywhere, guys. Stay tuned for more Quake action from the FACEIT Sunday Cup number 11.